Hello, welcome back to my channel. We're gonna glue up these boards that we prepped for a long grain cutting board. Here's what we need. We need the boards. We need to make sure that they've been planed on two opposite faces, ready for glue. Wet paper towel, make your own. Take a dry paper towel, add water, but we're also gonna need some clamps. So the clamps we're going to use are over here. We're going to use these bar clamps, and underneath here we're going to grab a couple of these clamp holders. You're going to need 2 of these and 3 of those. Here I am at the glue up supply table. You can glue up at this table and not worry about getting glue on the table, or you can glue over at one of the workbenches, but you're going to want to use one of these scrap pieces so that we don't get glue on the nice tabletops. Here is how these clamp rests work. I'm going to line up the semi-cylindrical parts with this end here, so those line up like so. I'm going to take 2 clamps and put them on top. The way that these work is you squeeze this and it should open and close. We want to start with this thing all the way this way, so it's all the way open, and then I set that on top, and it's designed so that this part here rests just at or above the table. I'm going to put my other one over here, and they should be about the distance apart where they're just a little bit inside of the length of your board. So I'm going to move this one in one. Now I'm going to lay out my boards how I planned it in the layout part you viewed earlier. Here are my boards laid out. You can see that I lined up one side mostly even, and the other side is all different lengths. That's okay, we're going to cut off each end later. And I also made sure that I put this V, well, it's sort of an X, up, and if I double check, all of my gluable surfaces are vertical, so they're all going to get glued together. So now we're ready to apply some glue. And the way we do that is we're going to lay these down with the gluable surface facing up. And you could do one at a time. I like to flip them all with the part I'm going to glue up, except for the last one, because that one will get glue from this. So grab a glue bottle here, and I'm going to start applying the glue. I like to rub it around with my finger, but you could use a scrap piece of wood for that too. Now I'm ready to tighten the clamps. The way that you tighten the clamps is the same way that you loosen them. You're going to squeeze this part and this part, and you're going to scoot these together until they're kind of tight. I'm going to make sure this is flat because sometimes the glue squishes and the pieces will get uneven. Then I'm going to take my 3rd clamp. I'm going to open that up, and I'm going to put that on top. Now that those are in position, I'm going to start tightening these screws. Now when I tighten these, I don't want to tighten one of them all at once. I want to take turns And the reason you do that is if you tighten one of these all at once, then one of the pieces might get squished up in one spot and it might go down in a different direction in the other spot. And I'm looking here to make sure that there isn't any one of these pieces that is getting pushed up too far. You can see this one is sticking up a little bit more, but on the bottom it's still flat. That's because this is just a little thicker. That's okay, we're going to plane that later. So I'm going to keep tightening this. So there is literally tons of pressure, well maybe just 1 ton, but a lot of pressure on this, and I should start to see some glue squish out from the joints. You get it as very tight as you can, and then before you do anything else, you're going to take a pencil and you're going to write your name really big on the top, just so you know which one's yours. Then you're going to take it and put it probably underneath the miter saw table or along the wall, somewhere over on that side of the room. And you're going to wait until next time to take the clamps off.